Hey everyone, it's Lynn Bardowski, founder at Million Dollar Party Girl. Today we have a brand new episode of Social Girl Live, and it's all about hashtags, particularly when it comes to Facebook. So Facebook has been a little bit slow to the hashtag game, but I've been paying attention and they have been upping the game when it comes to hashtags on Facebook. In fact, this show was inspired. I love it. Rihanna's doing hashtag hello. Well, we could just talk in hashtags for the whole show to explain it all. This show was inspired because I was recently scrolling on Facebook like we do. And there have been rumors about a browse button launching on Facebook for people to actually browse. You click on it and it takes you into a custom feed of all the posts relating to that one specific hashtag. And I saw it this week. It's like, oh, we need to up our hashtag game because Facebook is really wanting you to do it. So, anytime you use things that the platforms want you to use, they tend to push your content out a little bit more. And, most of you know that Facebook bought Instagram, and Instagram is a hashtag platform. And many people, let me know if this is true for you. Are you on both? Are you on Facebook and Instagram? You can just type hashtag yes or hashtag no. We're just going to have fun with it. And, if yes, do you share from your Instagram to Facebook? A lot of people do. And those hashtags that they're using, of course, go with the post. So I definitely want to start using hashtags strategically. And that's exactly what I am going to be teaching you to do. Audrey is saying, yes, she does both. Some people are Facebook only. All right, so there's Audrey. There we go. Audrey does both. All right, but I really want you guys to stick around for the end because I really have a hashtag hack that you are going to love. It is to help you in your Facebook groups, and it can really help with your virtual parties as well, especially if you're partying in a group, because we all know the group feed can get a little crazy, right? Lots of scrolling going on to find things. And this can really help keep your content in your groups organized. And we like that. Oh, I see Tina is back to Facebook. I'm also broadcasting on YouTube at the same time. I don't see anybody from YouTube here yet. If you're watching from YouTube, don't forget, of course, to hit that subscribe button. And for our Facebook viewers here, make sure you tap the bell. There's a kind of a new bell icon that you can tap, and you'll get notified every time I go live. So if you never want to miss the Social Girl Live show, which, oh my gosh, you totally never should, you can tap the bell. And it's not a follow. It's actually just getting notified when I go live. So make sure you tap. Let me know. Maybe you guys can drop a bell emoji for those of you that are already getting notified when I go live. There you go. Hashtag tap the bell. We're just going to run with hashtags today. I can tell. All right. So we got lots to get to. And of course, put your hashtag questions in the comments. I'm going to try to get to as many of those as possible. But first, it wouldn't be a Social Girl Live show without my theme song. And we're back. So we are going to get right to it. Everything you need to know about hashtags, especially on Facebook, why you want to use them, and how to use them. That's what we're talking about today If you are a leader and you think your team really is struggling with hashtags, right? Sometimes many people are like, I just don't even know what to do with them. This could be a great team training for you as well. So first up, hashtags are clickable, like a website, like a blog, like any link. You can, if you've never done this before, you'll see them, kind of show up in a different color. And that's letting you know, just like when you share a website link, right? It's usually highlighted in like a blue. That's how you know they're clickable. So if you're kind of new to hashtags and you're still wrapping your head around hashtag, oh wait, I totally forgot. Look, I even have a hashtag sign. So if you're totally new to hashtag newbie, they're clickable just like a website or a blog. So that's the first thing you need to know. People can click on hashtags. Now, what happens when you click on them? This is what happens. You get a custom feed. So imagine you're on Facebook, maybe you're scrolling, you see a hashtag and you're like, I'm just going to click on it, see what happens. You click on it. You now are being delivered a custom feed of post using that exact same hashtag. That's why they're powerful. That's how you can use them to get found, to get discovered, which I know you want to do. And also, which I think is even more important, to help you discover who is on Facebook. And of course, this is true for Instagram as well, that could be an ideal customer for you so that you can start to build those relationships with new people all over the country, all over the world, depending on, where your direct sales company is selling. And you found them through a hashtag. So when you click on the hashtag, it creates a custom feed of all the posts about that specific topic or theme, whatever the hashtag was. And here's an example for you. Hashtag self-care first. So if you sell anything relating to self-care, and I know a lot of you do, right? You can actually even search this hashtag without clicking it. You can search the hashtag in the Facebook search box, type in hashtag self-care first, and see what you find. Are there people using that hashtag that could be the perfect, ideal customer for you, that are passionate about self-care and might not know about you or your products, right? Now, of course, this is not to be spammy and stalker-ish, right? But you could certainly start interacting with these people in an authentic way, right? And make some friends, make some new friends, right? Comment on a post, maybe send them a friend request. I would wait until you comment on a post or like a post to do that. So you get a little, it's like saying hello, right? And that way they know who you are. Now, here's what you really need to know that's most important. The only post that will be in this custom feed are public posts. So yes, they could be from your personal profile or somebody else's personal profile, as long as that post is public. If it is, friends only or friends of friends, then you will only see it if you're friends with that person. So we're talking about posts that are public. And of course, that also applies to Facebook business pages. You'll see those posts because all of those posts on business pages are public as well. Now, stick around because I'm going to be talking about using hashtags in your Facebook groups too. I have a really fun idea for you for that. But when it comes to getting discovered, and you discovering other people, you're looking for, it only applies to public posts when it comes to what you'll be able to see. All right, so that's a little explainer there. Hashtags are also a form of communication, like emojis, right? Almost exactly like emojis. People communicate with hashtags just like you're doing right now in the comments, right? We started off with Brianna, hashtag hello. She's communicating to me. So people can use and do use hashtags as a form of communication. Hashtag the struggle is real, right? We kind of say that not really to necessarily expand our reach or get discovered. That's a very popular hashtag, and people even say it, to each other without even being on social media, right? You could say to a friend that you might be hanging out with about, and you're like, oh yeah, hashtag the struggle is real. Hashtag the struggle is real. So hashtags can also be used to communicate. And Audrey's saying, so if your VIP group was closed, was it a waste of time? No, hashtags are really important in your groups too, and I am going to tell you why. And Chris is saying, what is, hashtag, there's Tita, hashtag expand your reach. Yes. And this is a great question, Chris. What's a good number of hashtags to use on a post? Well, on Instagram, the max is 30. And there's all kinds of experts that'll, kind of say, always use 30 because you can. But honestly, that's not true. I mean, yes, you can, but it doesn't mean you should. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. And that's kind of my message many times with you. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. So only use hashtags up to 30 on Instagram. On Facebook, there is no limit, but you don't want to look like a spammer. So if you use too many hashtags, especially ones that are not even relevant, then that will actually reduce your reach. It'll have the opposite effect and could get you flagged for spamming. So there really honestly is no exact number, but just to not look like a spammer and, kind of not get too crazy with it, I'm going to say, I think 10. Could you have 11? Sure. Could you have 8? Sure. Could you have 2? Absolutely. But I think, on average, we'll say on Facebook, because it's still kind of new, you don't want to go overboard. And more importantly, you want to make sure your hashtags are relevant and you're not looking like a spammer. Alexis is saying she does about 5. Yeah, that's perfect. So as I said, the number one thing about hashtags is to make sure that they are relevant. You don't want to be, a hashtag hacker and hack other people's hashtags thinking, oh, well, that's going to help me, connect with those people. Like on Instagram, I'll see like a clothing brand and they might hashtag Tory Burch, who is a designer, and their photo and their brand has nothing to do with that, but they're trying to hack somebody else's brand. So that is not cool. Make sure they're relevant and that you're not using them to spam people. That's no good. The other thing, while we're talking about spamming, you also, and this is more even especially true for Instagram, you don't want to copy paste and use the same hashtags over and over again in the same order over and over again, because that can, anytime you copy paste anything, true for Facebook as well, the feeders that are out there looking for bots, looking for spammers, looking for trolls, that can get you flagged. So anytime you copy paste anything, it can get you flagged and kind of put in a timeout, social media timeout. So you don't want to keep copy pasting the same hashtags over and over and over again, and especially like in the same order over and over again. So you got to change up your hashtags. Hashtags can also help you organize your content. And I actually have been using hashtags in my Facebook group for my mentoring program for years. It's ahead of the curve. We do a social Tuesday, or I should say I do every Tuesday. I share a social media tip, a hack, something that they, might not have heard about before. And I hashtag it Social Tuesday. And that helps me organize that particular content. And I'm going to tell you more about that in a couple of minutes. So stay tuned. Hashtags, as I said, help you connect with your ideal client and help them find you as well. So I just did a couple examples here. Hashtag coastal living. Let's say you sell maybe candles or home decor or scents, and you've got a brand new line that is coastal inspired. You would definitely want to be using that hashtag and also clicking on it to see who else is using it, who lives at the shore, who lives in a coastal living vibe and might be looking for those products that you have. 50 and fabulous. Maybe you're marketing to the over 50 woman. Maybe you've got skincare or anti-aging. That would definitely be one for an anti-aging, especially if you are 50 and fabulous, right? Because that could also be describing you. Hashtag boy mom. There are, oh my gosh, hundreds, maybe thousands of hashtags just for moms. And if moms are your ideal clients, especially if you're a mom and maybe you are a boy mom, maybe you're mama boys, right? That's a hashtag too, by the way, hashtag mama boys. This is a hashtag that you would want to be searching and using if it's relevant, of course, to your post. Maybe it's a picture of you with your boys. Hashtag boy mom. And now you can connect with that whole community of boy moms just by using the hashtag. It is pretty darn amazing. And we have a couple more here, hashtag embrace your body, hashtag wife, mom, boss. That's a hashtag, hashtag happy mom. And yes, now that Facebook is kind of really going all in and check this out. This is what I saw. Let me remove my banner here. This is kind of the post, and I did get approval to show this to you today. I just saw this week on Facebook. Let me know if you have seen this before. It's the first time I saw it, where this is a post by Haley Szilard. She is the founder of Mini Hippo Designs. We're good friends. And so, of course, I'm her Facebook friend. And here she had posted, and you could see she's using hashtags in her post. And then at the bottom, check this out. It was a button, and it said, with a call to action, browse posts about that particular hashtag, low country living. Like, that's a thing. Who knew? I didn't know. So, like, as I said, if you sell any products relating to home decor, DIY, crafting, there's a new hashtag for you. And if you click the browse button, it takes you to a custom feed of just everybody posting using that hashtag. So this is the first time I've seen this pop up. Let me know if you have seen it before on Facebook. And so once I saw that, I was like, I need to go live about hashtags because, Facebook kind of has been, encouraging people to use them. But now with this browse button, they're really putting them front and center and really promoting the people that are using them to help your content get discovered. So I was like, whoo, I need to tell people about this. Yeah. So how exciting is that, right? Facebook is now promoting content when people are using hashtags. I was like, woo, how cool is that? All right, so we shared a couple, different concepts. Let me know if this is making sense to you. And here are, kind of the top, we'll say buckets. Think of these as hashtag buckets. For those of you that have kids and you've got like the containers that you organize all the toys, that's what this is. This is your how you're organizing your hashtag. So you have niche hashtag. So for me, hashtag direct selling tip. That's my niche. Hashtag social selling. Things that I, and of course my brand are related to, but particularly me and my content, I have a very niche market, right? And it's all of you. You're all in that market. Location. Now, remember, I said these are for public posts. So let's say, and I've done this on my Instagram Reels as well. Let's say you are somewhere out and about and you're doing a training tip. Maybe you're on your incentive trip and you're going live and you're sharing a great tip from your incentive trip. And it's in Costa Rica, right? You could do hashtag Costa Rica travel. And even though maybe you're sharing a tip, maybe you're sharing a tip on how to earn an incentive trip. It would be relevant because you're in Costa Rica. So you can also add some location tags, daily themes. And I talk about these a lot, like, the self-care Sunday is a daily theme. Of course, you always see like the throwback Thursdays, they're so popular. They probably would not be effective to help you really grow your business. But if it's a theme that relates to your business, the problem you're solving, definitely Transformation Tuesday. That's a big hashtag that could definitely, relate to what a lot of you are doing. Manny Monday, another hashtag for those of you that are selling anything nail related. Hashtag Manny Monday. A custom hashtag. So you can make up your own hashtag and encourage your fans, your followers, your customers to use it. And that's a great way that it can kind of, leave a little trail of breadcrumbs back to you and almost be a community building tool in itself. You could even have I know a lot of top leaders have a hashtag for their team name. And of course, remember, these are only public posts. But let's say you're, on an incentive trip, or maybe things are starting to open up and you have a leadership retreat coming up. Well, you can create a hashtag, and that way everybody that clicks on it will get a custom feed of everyone posting, oh my gosh, about your leader retreat. That is just a great recruiting lead funnel to attract business builders who are attracted to your message, your leadership, your vision, the lifestyle, everything that you have to offer people. And then you can also have a campaign hashtag. So let's say there's a special promotion, your company might be sharing these. And typically companies will also have, and you guys can let me know this, do you have a hashtag for your national conference or convention, even virtually, right? Or leadership trainings, even virtual events will have hashtags so that it's almost like a great way for you also to, have those highlights and recaps and insights when you're doing training events as well. And then personal. So for example, for me, as I said, I could do like hashtag 50 and fabulous, hashtag this is 59. I've used that before. Just proud of myself. Hashtag Jersey Girl, hashtag Grammy, because I'm also a grandmom, connected with the other grandmoms. There's even a G hashtag for work at home gram. So some personal hashtags. So think about these as little buckets. And the best way to find hashtags is to search Instagram first, type the hashtag, and I'm actually going to show you a little hack to find hashtags to follow. So it's easier to search Instagram first, or I've also noticed that when you start to use hashtags on Facebook, hashtag actually pulls up more suggestions for you. Let me know if you have seen that. So whenever I'm putting hashtags, especially on my business page, here's the cool thing. You can go back to your public post, to your business page. And let's say you have a post that would be perfect to attract your ideal customer, but it was, you didn't use a hashtag. You can go back to that post and put some hashtags in it, and they can show up in that feed. So you can still get discovered for your prior content. And yes, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to start putting hashtags in my prior, I can just check my Creator Studio on my business page here and look to see what some of my top posts are. And yeah, I'm going to be doing hashtags in those posts. So has this been helpful? Let me know if you're overwhelmed or if this is making it easier for you. Lorraine is saying perfect sense. And Chris is saying they do pop up. Yes. All right. Now I promise. At least you can go back. And I will tell you, on Instagram, you see a lot of people putting hashtags in the comments. That's kind of a little hack to hide your hashtags. Not that you have to hide them, but it makes your post look cleaner. And that is not recommended. You can do it. They are still searchable, but your post on Instagram will have a much bigger reach if the hashtags are in the post, not in the comments. Yes. All right. So I told you guys to stick around and let me know if you have more questions. Obviously I could, take a deep dive into hashtags. This is just kind of hashtags explained, and particularly on Facebook. Now I talked about Facebook groups. So check this out. Would you guys like to know a little hack to help organize your Facebook group content and team challenges, virtual parties, all that good stuff? I'm going to assume you do. Put your hand in the air. Is that a yes? I think it is. Now, when I show you this, I'm using Canva to show you these tips that I'm putting on screen. So let me go back to that. So I just have my second window and I'm screen sharing using StreamYard. I made a little presentation for you in Canva, and I'm using the Canva Present feature. So guess what? You guys are getting a bonus tip. Oh my God. Hashtag bonus tip. Hey, Barb. Oh, there's Barbara. Look, we have a YouTube watcher. Yay, Barbara. Shout out for the YouTube watchers. Thanks for tuning in, Barbara. So check this out. I think you're going to love it. All right. Are you guys ready? Do you want a drum roll? Who wants a drum roll? Oh my gosh. So when you use the presenter option on Canva, there's a little secret that if you type the letter D in your keyboard, you can add a drum roll. Now, how fun would this be? That's like a total bonus for those of you that are presenting anything, team training, even you might be doing a little presentation for Zoom or your virtual parties. Oh my gosh, I love it. You can do it a drum roll. Just adds a whole new fun factor to what you got going on. All right, so you can use hashtags now to organize content in your Facebook groups and your virtual parties. It is the secret hack to create a custom feed and stop the scrolling overwhelm where people can't find stuff because the group feed is constantly changing based on engagement. Now, Facebook used to have topics, right? How many of you know about the topics in Facebook groups? But you had to actually find them and then click on the topic to get the posts that were categorized by that topic. So it really wasn't effective. So now you can add a hashtag to your post in your group feed. They won't be public, of course, if your group is private, but your group members can now find the things that they're trying to find. Like I said, especially for your virtual parties. And so, think about for your team, maybe you're doing a challenge where you can create a custom hashtag for a challenge or for a training, right? Let's say you're doing how to book more parties. Well, you could do hashtag how to book more parties on all of your training posts. And then all they do is click on that hashtag. There's all the posts for that training right there in one feed. Same thing for your virtual parties. So if you're doing a mega party group, let me know how many of you guys are doing like one big virtual party group and you're just doing, a different party every maybe twice a month or once a week. Well, every party can have its own hashtag so people can find all the posts connecting to that party, or even hashtag how-to so they can find the how-to tips, right? Maybe you're doing specific posts that are featuring a product special, hashtag specials. You could even do hashtag May specials, add the month. And that way people can easily find exactly what they're looking for. Hashtag shout out, great for any recognition, or hashtag leaderboard if you're recognizing your most engaged, most active users in your group, and you're doing like that top 10 most active users. You could do hashtag leaderboard, and then they can see kind of like every week who's in the top. So start using hashtags in your groups to organize your content, make it easy to find, both for you and for your members and your party guest. And then last but not least, I've got one more hack for you. And I did get permission from Sarah. Let me start this over. So this is an Instagram secret so that you can figure out what hashtags your ideal customer is using. This takes all the guesswork out of it. And all you have to do is look to see who's following you that is active on Instagram, right? And this is Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Sarah's actually going to be a guest on my show coming up. She's been rocking TikTok. And of course, she's on Instagram too. And she's in my mentoring program. And so to figure out the hashtags that Sarah is following, because those are the ones I want to be checking out, right? I went to her Instagram. I clicked on following and checked this out. Clicking on following, and I could see the people, but I can also see the hashtags that she follows. Now, this is just on Instagram. It's not on Facebook. But you can use this to figure out what hashtags your ideal customer might be using. And then all I did was tap follow some of those top hashtags that could connect more people who are looking for what I have to offer and help me get discovered. So go to the people that are following you and just click on their followers and see what hashtags they are following. And then we just took all the guesswork for you instead of you wondering like, gosh, I wonder what hashtags like my customers are using or people I want to be my customers are using. That's how you figure out. Sarah liked it. I did get permission ahead of time, by the way, to show Sarah's profile. So Sarah, by the way, just got recognized. We'll give her a little shout out as the #3 leader in her company. So congratulations, Sarah. We're so proud of you. Kind of working on my hair here. All right. Thank you, everybody. I hope that you learned some really fun tips. Glad you liked that, Sarah. Let me know, what was your biggest takeaway? Are you feeling better? I hope. Hopefully I didn't make it worse. Are you feeling better about using hashtags on Facebook? You know, you don't have to get crazy here. Make sure they're relevant. Whatever the picture is, whatever the video is, whatever the message is, that's what your hashtag should be. And start to collect those buckets. You can do that using a Google Doc, your notes on your phone, a piece of paper, whatever works for you, and start to create those buckets. Or if you see somebody using a hashtag, look to see what some of the bigger brands that are similar to you are using. And you see a great hashtag, put it in the bucket. That way you can start creating those hashtags that can really help you connect with the people that you're looking for. Yay, Cheryl saying she feels much better. All right. Vivian saying that's a definite. Rewatch. Sarah said, go back to older posts. Yes. And of course, we're talking about Facebook for that, especially because people really weren't using hashtags on Facebook really until recently. And especially now that I am seeing that Facebook is really promoting content using hashtags, it's time to get our game face on. Yeah, Chris is saying, don't use the same hashtags in the same order. That's kind of one of, you'll watch a million people who will tell you about hashtags. And one of the things they'll say is to keep them in your notes and then just copy paste the same hashtags over and over and over again. No, that is a quick way to get flagged because it's too bot-like and go in timeouts. And we don't want that to happen to you. All right. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you tuning in. Of course, make sure you tap the bell so you get notified when I go live. And for those of you that are in my mentoring program, tomorrow night, that's Thursday night, we are doing part 3 of Recruit More and Go and Grow Fast. You can go fast too. And it is how to promote more new leaders than ever before. This is wrapping up our Recruit More and Grow Fast series. We started with recruiting made easy, and then developing new, doubling your team. It'll come to me. Part 2, and now it's promoting new leaders. If you're not in that program but want to be, then definitely reach out to me, and I will make sure you get that content. All of it is also available on demand too, for a very, very minimal investment. All right. Thanks, everyone. We will see you, of course, next week for a brand new episode of Social Girl Live. For those of you that are following me on Instagram, I'll be posting a really fun new reel tomorrow. You can check that out there. Bye, everyone.